There she is.
I'll let it.
The
I see
RMS
where Sophie said
Titanic.
clap really, really quietly.
The clap.
The clap game. Clap on. Clap off.
We're not talking about interior lighting today.
No.
Just in case.
No more interior design.
Imagine we just talk about interior lighting for a whole episode.
Now, personally, I just like to be able to flick the switch on and off like a normal person.
I like to be able to snap my fingers once or twice.
Joe had lights in his house. So here we are talking about lights. Joe had lights in his house that had like a remote, and you take the remote off and you could turn the light off from your bed and stuff.
Oh, nice.
I was like, that's interesting.
pretty
We had that in the living room of my mom's house. There was a remote.
Yeah.
You could turn the fan on and off with the remote.
That's just crazy.
That's pretty cool.
That's just crazy.
Crazy new technologies.
I don't like it. Okay.
What are we talking about today?
We're either talking about travel
Or
Ravel.
or our go-to recipes and stuff.
we can.
No, okay, we're talking about travel. Sophie doesn't want to talk about food.
No, it's stupid.
Why not?
We'll talk about that next week.
That's rude. I don't think it's stupid. Somebody left. She got fed up with the topic. Okay, Jen, where have you been?
Where have you been? I don't know, man. Let's start with a better question. Where was the first place outside of... Well, you're not from Kingston, you're from Picton, the county.
Yeah.
Where's the first place you like traveled to outside of like the larger KFLNA region that you remember?
It was either Toronto or Ottawa. I can't remember which one's first. I think it was sorry, there's just stuff happening behind the scenes. I think Toronto was the first one, and then Ottawa was the next one. Cause, fuck. Yeah, it had to have been Toronto because it was grade 3. We went to medieval times.
Oh shit!
Hell
okay.
yeah!
And we went there for your birthday.
Yeah, we did.
2019. Holy fuck!
That was the second time I had ever been to medieval
Wow.
times.
Where did we go? I don't know. Because, okay, so I was way too young to remember, but I know we went to Niagara Falls.
Right.
And my parents recently talked to me about this and said that they kind of regretted taking us there.
Why?
Because I was way too young. And my brothers were just old enough to, like, remember what was happening, but too young to do certain things. So if you've ever been to Niagara Falls, like, the main stretch has, like, some haunted houses and stuff like that.
Like Clifton Hill area.
Yeah. And they just, like... They were terrified, and so it was a
Your
waste
brothers
of
were?
money. Yeah, because they were like, so if I was 4, they would have been like 7 and 8. So they just like wouldn't go in. So my mom took me through, and I was like 3 or 4.
Did you not give a fuck, or
no?
were you
Because I
scared?
didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it was just
so
dark.
It was just like, yeah. My mom said that she took me through, and like it was what it was, but the boys were too scared to go in.
Yeah.
So I don't really remember that, but I think I was in Girl Guides, so I did a lot of like small trips. Like we went to Wapoos. I don't even know where that is.
It's in Picton. It's in the county.
Okay.
It's north of. I guess it's kind of east of Picton itself.
Okay.
Like northeast-ish. It's out towards one of the points, anyway, of the island.
Okay.
It's wine country now.
Wow. We also went to like Ottawa. We went to the Museum of Civilization and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think I went to Toronto till much later when I was like older.
Really?
Yeah.
We went to which one? Where's the ROM? Royal Ontario
That's
Museum.
in Toronto or the GTA somewhere, I think.
Okay, so we went there in like grade 6.
Oh.
And we got to stay the night in the museum. It was amazing.
Like Ben Stiller? I almost said Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Like Ben Affleck?
Night at the museum, Ben Affleck. No, it was awesome. I got to sleep like under a dinosaur.
Oh, okay. I think you can do that at the Museum of Civilization too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dope.
I just remember that we went to the Toronto Zoo when I was a kid, so I forgot about that.
I never went to the Toronto Zoo. Everybody else got to go. Like my sister got to go, my brother got to go.
It's stupid.
And my older sister, I can imagine went.
Yeah.
But I don't really
I
know.
went as an adult in 2019 with my boyfriend and his friends because I wanted to like get to know them and stuff, but I didn't actually
The
want to
animals?
go to
At
the
the
zoo. Yeah, the animal. I wanted to get to know the animals at the zoo.
Nice.
And the poor polar bears that are for some reason in southeastern Ontario during 30 degrees Celsius.
In the
probably.
heat.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I felt kind of bad.
That's where they want to be.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Um,
Just don't think about it. You just push those bad feelings out
Yeah.
of your head.
Yeah, no, I never went there, and like I'm kind of glad, but I'm also like I remember being super jealous as a kid. But I got to go skiing, and I don't think my siblings ever got to go skiing.
We went skiing too with like a class trip to
Yeah.
Fort Lodge, which is kind of just on the border of like Ottawa, Gatineau area.
Right. We went to Calabogie. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Calabogie's a better hill in my opinion than
Oh,
Fort
really?
Lodge, so yeah. Fort
Nice.
Lodge is really small. It's one of the ski hills that's owned by the same company in Quebec. It's like Sommet.
Yeah.
Like Sommet Saint Sevier, Sommet Fort
Right.
Lodge, Sommet Edelweiss.
Okay.
But
You know what's funny is when we went to Calabogie. So my niece, when she was a little girl, she was like a toddler or whatever. She loved Finding Nemo, right?
okay.
And she had to watch it like on repeat constantly. And
Me and Young Guns.
yeah, and like I probably in my lifetime have seen Finding Nemo like over 100 times.
Really?
Yeah,
I've seen
and
it like once.
when we went to Calabogie, this was like height of her obsession with Finding Nemo, and we'd like go camping. She'd watch it constantly. She'd come over. She'd watch it constantly, and then we're on the bus on the way to Calabogie, and there are options between two movies, and one of them was Finding Nemo, and I like fought for the other movie, and it just didn't work out for me. So we had to watch Finding Nemo for the millionth fucking time on the bus ride there.
That's the worst. Like going on a bus, like a coach bus.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
what are they fucking called? And they have the tiny little TVs. And like, what does everybody want to watch? We've got this and this, and everybody picks the stupidest fucking option.
Right?
Always.
Avatar. The movie, not the show.
Oh, how dare you!
Ours was an Italian job when we went on the coach bus. I didn't watch it though.
Italian Job.
Yeah, other things.
Is there like cuss words in Italian Job?
Yeah, definitely.
Mark Wahlberg?
I guess nobody really
The
cares.
original or the remake?
No, the Mark Wahlberg remake.
Oh. I'm sure
The one
that
that
there are
they
cuss
had-
words. It's about
the-
stealing stuff. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, jobs.
The only coach bus I've been on where they picked good movies was I took a McCoy bus to New York City.
Here you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Here you
And
go.
on the way there, we watched. On the way home, we watched The Devil Wears Prada,
Right.
which was great.
Love that
Sylvia
movie.
loves
But on the
So
way there,
fucking much.
oh, there was a movie about like Helen Mirren was in it, and there's a painting that was stolen during the Holocaust, and the painting is in a museum in New York City. It's in the
Night at the Museum.
No, is it in the Guggenheim? Sophie, you know more about art.
It's
than I
either the
do.
Guggenheim or
MoMA.
No, it's not. It wasn't the MoMA. It was one of
Is
the.
it the Met?
It was one of the smaller. I don't even think it was the Guggenheim. It was one of the smaller art museums.
I don't know.
Oh, it was like who else was in it? Helen Mirren and like Ryan
Reynolds?
Gosling.
Gosling. Was it like a heist movie?
No.
Oh.
It's about her like trying to get her painting back because it was stolen during the war.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You can cut this part out as I try to.
Oh,
figure
you
it.
That's
fucking
okay.
won't.
That's okay, I probably won't.
That's okay, probably won't.
So you see, Hank, you need to cut this part out. Well, I don't do it in mine, but
Right?
you got to do it in yours.
Practice what you preach.
I don't have to do that. He's like, I don't want to cut anything from my
Hey,
podcast.
sidebar. What's something that you preach but you don't practice?
Editing.
It was called The Woman in Gold,
That's
Women
not true
in
though,
gold.
because I do edit. Because I edit for Hank's podcast now too.
and it was Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
See,
Reynolds.
I knew it
This
all along.
Wow.
Did you just blow kisses at me?
No, I blew them at Ryan
Sure,
Reynolds.
sure.
Quick,
Sophie,
you
that's
kiss
not-
it.
Quickie
Kiss it.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Anyway,
So you went to New York on a coach bus. How was that? It was great.
it was long.
Is that the
Something
only
from
time you
Niagara
went
Falls
to
or
New
here?
York?
Here,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now the only option is to leave from Niagara Falls.
seriously?
So you had to go
That's
to Niagara
fucking
Falls
dumb.
and then go extra far. The bus ride's like 12 hours.
That's so stupid. I feel
Mhm.
like they have the people like the bus was full
Yeah.
when we went. So
I'm sure there's demand to go, and I mean, lots of people would like to have their hotel and bus and everything arranged for them.
And that's why we did it. I was like, I'm going with my parents. This is just easiest to just go bing, bang, boom, and it's done.
How many times have you gone to New York?
Just once. Like city, once.
Yeah.
New York State, several times because it's right there.
Yeah. I meant the city.
I can't wait to go back to the States.
Sophie and I are
all
from
the flavors
there.
are bubbly. That's what we're gonna do. We're getting all the flavors we don't have here.
What are the flavors that we don't have here?
We don't have watermelon, cranberry,
crap.
lemon, who cares? Mango, apple, raspberry.
Apple?
Yeah.
Really?
And there might be more.
Apple.
They should definitely have
Do you think there's some sort of weird like law that makes it like that, like so that you can't have certain flavors of things?
No, it's like we are talking about travel. So when I'm in a different country, I personally like to sample the Doritos of that country.
Or the Doritos of Iceland.
They were called like
Fish
corn or something, and they were just Tostitos. Basically, it was called like salted or something.
Plain.
Yeah, and I was
Just
like,
salted Doritos.
so I was like, yeah, whatever, and I grabbed a bag.
Nice.
Yeah. In China, they don't really have them at all.
Don't really have fun there.
No, not really. In the Philippines, they had like a really weird it was like a hamburger flavor, kind of.
Yeah.
But you'd love that.
Yeah.
He loves the worst flavored chips.
Wow.
Sour cream and bacon, yay or nay?
Who's making it? Who's making it?
It's Ruffles.
Miss Viggie's?
Ruffles.
No.
They're straight. They almost taste like nothing and everything.
It's not true. It tastes so good. It's like creamy bacon flavor. It's amazing.
Imagine creamy
You love a creamy bacon?
flavor.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Every time he brings them home, I'm like,
You guys don't like tomato bacon, or not tomato bacon, potato bacon soup?
it sounds like it tastes like because
Oh.
You got
And-
potatoes, you got cream,
Hold
you
on.
got bacon.
Nobody cares. Also, in Scotland, they have Doritos dips.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, so you know how they have like Tostitos, like little salsas and stuff?
Yeah.
They have a like Doritos brand dips.
Huh.
And I sampled that as well.
That's cool.
Because you got to.
to.
You got to.
You got it.
You gotta do that.
I would go back to New York a bunch. I feel like I love it there.
I'll go once a year.
Go back for New York slice.
Why wouldn't you?
We
go once a
haven't
year?
gone. We didn't. We were
So
meant.
easy.
Okay, so we went for like a weekend. We went for like 2 nights,
Yeah, that's
and
fast.
yeah, it sucked. It sucked that we had to try to experience it all in like that short amount of time. Because we were meant to go get bagels for breakfast from like a really popular bagel spot, and we skipped it, and we ate in Central Park, which I loved. We ate at there's that restaurant on the pond or whatever.
Yep.
And then we were meant to go get a slice, like an authentic fucking New York slice. And it was just so far away, and we walked so far already. Like, we walked like 26 kilometers.
That's the thing,
And
though.
then-
Manhattan is walkable if you're like able-bodied.
Yeah. But we'd walked for like
the bus.
for like
Or
4
that
hours.
thing.
And like I was just done with walking, and
Yeah.
we had to go anyway, so
Yeah.
we had to
Oh,
skip the slice
and
and the bagel.
The Met was so busy, so we
Yeah.
went in and looked around, but we didn't buy tickets.
Yeah.
I went to the Met when I was there. I was there for 4 days. But that was like the only art museum I went to. Like I didn't go anywhere else, and I wanted to go to a bunch of these places, but like I think that day it was a Saturday, and they were literally just like the Met was the only museum you could just like walk into, and all the other museums around the Met, like the smaller one where that painting's at from the movie, and I think the Guggenheim's right there too, kind of.
Right.
They were just like lines.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like
We did walk through the zoo, Central
Yes,
Park
yeah.
Zoo,
yeah.
because you could just walk through it. You have to pay to get into it, but like there's a
can
road
see
that
the
you can
otters
walk
or whatever.
past.
It was
And I
so-
saw what's her name? There's
Felicity.
the girl who plays Felicity. and
Really?
She was in a Star Wars movie. She was there with her kid and her husband. And I was like, that's that famous person. And she was wearing this big stupid hat.
Fur hat, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
I was like, neat. You're gonna be at Star Wars because it was before the last episode came out.
Yeah.
Was it?
Wow.
He means movie. He means the Rise of
They're
Skywalker.
episodes though. They're called episodes.
Oh, okay. I was confused. No, don't worry. Cool. So, let's say top 5 bucket list countries, not cities, but like countries
Okay.
for you.
Japan is one on there. I want to go to like Well, I want to go to Scotland for sure. I know you've been there, but you should go again.
I probably will. My best friend literally lives there, so
I don't know. I want to go. I want to do like a UK trip. Do you know what I mean? Like do all around.
It's tough
UK.
because the UK is small.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Big.
It's
hard to navigate, but it's small.
No,
Is that what
no.
you mean?
It's just so small on the map, but in reality, it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Yes, it is and it isn't. I don't know. Like you'd need like 2 or 3 weeks, and you wouldn't even hit like 10% of the things that you would want to do or see there.
I want to go also to like do that. Well, I kind of want to go to Sweden.
Sweden.
That'd be cool. Go to Iceland.
See your Sven.
Yeah. Go to Iceland. That was a big one for us. I'm at 4. Another place.
Oh no. I only have 4.
One more.
Well, I kind of want to go to like
California, Chile, Uruguay,
I want to go somewhere warmer, but more.
Estonia. That's not warm. That'd be cold.
I kind of want to go somewhere warmer, but still like in
Yes.
Europe, like and not
Greece?
not like South America.
Greece. Wow.
Yeah, maybe Greece. That'd be cool.
Over Italy.
Maybe Italy over Greece. It's not as warm,
That's tough.
but
That's very tough.
I think Italy. Yeah.
Sophie?
In no particular order. I guess I'm not gonna be that much different. UK, Iceland, France.
France.
France, like you've ever been.
Been there a million times.
Italy.
Croissant. Paris.
Shut up, Italy and I don't know. What would be number 5? Maybe Greece. I'd say Greece over whatever you said.
Italy? You already said Italy.
I
so
said
it's
Italy.
late.
Well, no, I said Paris,
You didn't
Italy,
say Japan.
Iceland, UK, Greece. Because I don't really want to go to Japan.
Why not? I thought you were so excited
It's too
for
scary.
that idea. Why?
This is scary.
It's
Let's
too
go to
different.
Tokyo.
I hate to break it to you,
Culture shock.
Sophie, but every other country in the world is different, so it's not going to really matter.
Yeah,
It'd be
bud.
the least different though. That's why it's number 1.
But they drive on the other side of the fucking road,
Oh,
and then you
I'm not gonna drive.
no, but then you look the wrong way when you're crossing the road.
I'm not gonna cross the road.
I'm never gonna cross the road.
I'll just land and not leave the airport.
I always look both ways when I cross the road, regardless.
Yeah, but still, you know how you do, like.
Just follow the crowds, right? It's full of tourists there.
Yeah.
I guess.
I'd say
Also doing
UK
the
trip
wrong
is
thing.
like my biggest one.
Yeah.
Numero uno.
As
Cool.
they say in the UK.
That is what they say in the UK. Numera unia.
Unira.
Boris Johnson's always saying things
Yeah,
like that.
Boris Johnson. He actually made it a law that that's how you have to say number 1.
He snuck it in with the COVID
You see
release.
his hair?
bill.
Somebody retweeted on my Twitter, like a doctor. I felt like he was like, "Someone please, when they're out of lockdown, get him to a hairdresser."
Is it all long and
It
stupid?
looks kind of like
looking?
Donald Trump's hair, but it's really like
Oh,
windblown.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Trumpy Trump. What about you?
Top 5 in no particular order.
Top 5.
Egypt.
Ugh.
Scary.
Not well, yeah, probably, but like the pyramids are there, and the Sphinx, and the Valley
Yeah,
of the
but there's
Kings.
also a pizza
Hello?
hut right next door.
So, have you never seen The Mummy? Like, come on, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's find the Book of the Dead, and let's.
I don't want to find that. You want to
I'm
get?
doing a
You want your
podcast
soul
about
sucked?
Egypt's politics right now and like water
Let's see.
conflicts, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't really like Egypt very much anymore. So I don't know if I want to go there.
Well, this is my list.
Well, too bad, Jen.
Too
You
bad.
can't go because
We're
we
gonna
don't want to.
win.
Okay, Egypt.
Also, when you look at the pyramids, you'll see the Pizza Hut logo.
I
on
don't
the
care.
back. Try to get that on Insta.
Oh well, when I climbed the Great Wall of China, there were people selling ice cream at the top. So there you go. And they had like little carts, and they were like, and you know what? It was hot as balls, and you're sweating buckets because you just climbed up like half an hour's worth of stairs, and they were like ice cream, and you're like, yes, actually,
You got
I would
tourists
like
down
that.
pat. They're like,
Do you
we
think
don't
they
even
had
need
to
ice
like
cream
pull
here.
that fucking cart
Oh yeah,
all
they
the way
would
down the
have for
stairs?
sure. Yeah.
Jesus.
It's not like a cart. It would have been like, you know those backpacks that have wheels.
Mhm.
It was kind of like that, but like
With
a
ice cream.
cooler. Yeah, it's not high tech. I don't even think it had any cooling system. I think it was just like
Or FDA approval.
No.
Was it nice and cold though for you?
Yeah. It was good.
Was it kind of melty though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, you know.
Kind of melty.
Kind of melty, kind of cool.
Was it overpriced or was it like
no,
appropriate?
it's China. Nothing's overpriced in China.
Why didn't you bring water?
I did.
Why didn't?
But let me tell you, it was gone by the time I got to the
I
top.
guess my real question is, why didn't you get me any ice cream?
Because I didn't even know you existed. Anyway, Egypt, Morocco, Italy, because I want to see, like, Rome and stuff.
Sorry. Go on.
Go on.
Going to all these dangerous places.
New Zealand.
New Zealand would be
Because of Lord of
great.
the Rings.
Hell yeah. We still gotta do a Lord of the Rings marathon too.
Yeah, we do.
Commentary.
A lot of stuff. Ooh. I don't know what the fifth one would be. Probably, like...
Japan. North Korea.
Nah.
Why does nobody want to go to Japan with me?
Because I'm convinced that everyone that wants to go to Japan is going to, like, sexualize girls or something.
That's not why I want to go. You know why I want to go?
Because of the toilet restaurant.
No, all the bright colors and all the different...
It's like that in China.
No, but like all the different foods, like how you said for Doritos, they got like insane flavors of everything.
They have that in China. They have that literally everywhere else in the world.
Yeah, but do they have coffee vending machines with, what's
We
his
have
name?
that here.
What's his name? He
We're
was
not-
on Men in Black and...
Will Smith.
No.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Tommy Lee Jones.
What?
He has his own vending machine company
Sad.
there, and it's just his face, and he looks all dapper, and,
Good.
and you buy coffee.
When I was in China, there was toothpaste with David Beckham's face on it.
Hell yeah!
And I don't think that he knew that.
He didn't, yeah.
So.
I wanna try all that stuff.
Yeah. You had to pick one more.
Have you ever
I'll just
Japanese
go with
Turkey.
McDonald's?
Oh, turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey.
I don't like any of those sauces.
I'm not going with you.
It's okay if you went to Iceland, I would come with you because I didn't. Devin and I only saw the south part of the island.
What if we went to Scotland and didn't invite you?
Well,
Would you
it
be
would
upset?
depend on why you were going.
What if to go to Scotland? What do you mean?
Well, if you were like,
Business
our
trip.
honeymoon is in Scotland, I'm not gonna be like, so
No, we're just-
where's the invite?
We're just
guy?
going on vacation. We're gonna stop by and see Devin.
She just she wouldn't let you in.
Why?
Because you're a stranger.
We're not strangers. She
Yeah.
knows us. She told me
No,
she knows us
doesn't.
from the podcast.
She doesn't know who you are.
She feels like she knows me now because of the podcast. Yeah, we're best friends, Jen.
She did say that. I
We
remember
talk
she
all
said
the time,
that. Yeah.
every day,
Yeah.
and we talk about you.
No.
That Jen Murray.
That's Emery.
Guess what Jen did?
Did you see what she wore today?
She wore that fucking bird flower sweater again.
She likes mustard colors anyway.
Flip a coin. Where are 5 places you would never travel to?
Oh.
shit.
And guess what? We can't say North Korea. That's just an option.
I actually
If you're
want.
not
I
gonna-
don't even like.
Yeah, you can. If you fly
Barely.
it's complicated. I have friends that have gone. You can fly to Beijing, and then they have like a plane that flies from Beijing to Pyongyang. And then I wanted to do it, but it's literally like $10,000. It's so expensive. Not worth it.
But also, why would you do that? You could not come home.
Yeah,
That's
but
a huge
you'd have
option.
to do something stupid to not come home.
Would you though? Because
No.
sometimes
I lived in fucking China and I never got arrested.
I would never go to China.
Really?
Yeah.
I would go back to China just for the food. It was fucking...
I wouldn't go
Bows.
to China. I wouldn't go.
We got
Dumplings.
Silver Walk right here.
not the same food at all.
Anyway, so 5.
I don't think I'd go to any Central East Asian.
No, you have to
Countries.
name the
You
countries.
have to name the country. He doesn't know them.
Do you mean like Kazakhstan and stuff like that?
Portugal.
Yeah.
The stands?
The stands.
I wouldn't go to any stands.
All the stands. Not even Azerbaijan.
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 I don't think I would go to. I don't think I would go to any South American country.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to go to Brazil?
I don't think so.
Argentina?
No.
Really?
I just don't.
Colombia.
I don't want
Peru. The mountains where they're like.
Machu
It's like
Picchu?
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I guess I would go there, but I wouldn't choose to. That wouldn't be my first choice for sure.
Yeah.
We'll have better answers.
I would-
When I was single, if you had a picture of yourself at Machu Picchu, that was a red flag for me, and I always swiped left.
Yeah?
I don't know why.
That makes sense.
I don't know why. It was like an unwritten rule in my head.
It's such a white person
I know.
place to go on vacation.
I know, right? Like,
So?
oh, I flew to Machu Picchu. I'm like, bitch, you're supposed to climb to Machu Picchu.
I used to really want to go to Jamaica, but I don't think so anymore. I don't want to get sick. You know what I mean?
You run the
I don't
risk
want to
of
get like
doing that.
hepatitis or
Yeah, but like you can get
food
Wait, you should have
poisoning.
your
you can get
shots.
vaccinated for that stuff before you go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Twin Rex.
I have my twin Rex. I'm vaccinated
And
for
just
life.
So you don't have
The
diarrhea on
heat
your wedding
is
day.
like a lot, you know?
The heat. I don't like the heat.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you that.
I don't know. I'd go to Australia. That'd be fun.
I would
I don't
not.
know.
Why? They have spiders that can literally kill you.
I know, but
It takes
I
like
feel
11
like
years to get there.
Yeah, right?
it'd be like more familiar
Lawrence of
because
Arabia trying to get to fucking Australia.
it's part of the Commonwealth. So
Oh, so we're racist now?
no, I'd never go to America aside from like New York.
They're not part of the Commonwealth.
I know, but like they're the whitest country in the world, so
So by that definition, is Seychelles still part of the Commonwealth? It might be. Would you go to Seychelles?
I don't know.
Yeah, I would go to Seychelles. It's like an island, right?
Yeah, but it's near Africa.
So is Maldives.
I could-
Ooh, I should have put that on my list.
I would go to Africa, I think.
Oh my god. He would not go to anywhere in South America, but he would go to Africa. And do you mean outside of Egypt and Morocco? And maybe South Africa?
Yeah.
Oh, Travis. Did you go to Ethiopia?
I feel like there's nothing for me there.
No, you could spend
No, it's independent from the UK.
$18,000 on a used car from 2007 though.
Yeah.
Remember that?
There aren't a lot of places that I would go if I'm being honest.
I
Really?
wouldn't go to most of
Yeah.
them, yeah.
I would go to there. I do have like sort of a strict list of places I wouldn't go. Like Saudi Arabia is one of them. Like I would probably never go to Saudi Arabia.
Why?
Or the Congo.
I'm a woman
I wouldn't go to.
mostly.
I don't think I'd go to Russia.
Oh, Russia is on my list of places
No,
I do
I
want
would
to
go to
go.
Russia.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be my
Awesome.
top choice, but I would go there over the Congo.
Yeah, I think the DRC I would not go there.
No, that's scary.
Yeah. I don't want to lump a bunch of countries in, but like the west coast of Africa is like extremely dangerous.
Mhm.
So I probably wouldn't want to go to like Mauritania or Mali or like Benin or any of those places. Papua New Guinea is probably also pretty dangerous.
I wouldn't go there, right? They might eat you.
I don't think they're gonna eat you.
Someone who told us that story? I don't even know if it's a real story, but it was
Doesn't
like
sound real.
and it was like a researcher, and he went to one of these places where they do still practice cannibalism, or maybe he thought they did or something. And they're like, "Oh no, we've never tried someone from your country." And the implication was like,
But we might. Yeah. I don't
And I was
know.
like, but I also would not go to Australia. You know, it'd be fun. Fiji,
Yeah,
Samoa,
that'd be nice.
Tonga.
Those places are just as far away as Australia is. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
Hawaii, not a country in its own, but
It should
part of the
be.
States.
I feel like it shouldn't be a part of the States.
It's a state.
it is.
I know that.
I would also like. to
That's
go to
what I said.
Alaska.
I feel like it shouldn't be though.
Okay, well, they probably feel the same way. So
It's just so far removed, you know.
yeah, like it's literally conquered territory.
Same with fucking Alaska. It shouldn't be part of the States.
Well,
Like,
they
it's so
bought that
stupid.
from Russia for $7 million. I don't know. Saudi Arabia. Oh, probably like Kuwait.
Where is
Don't-
Dubai? I can never remember.
It's in the UAE.
Okay, I was like, I thought that was in Saudi for a minute. I was
No,
like,
it's
you wouldn't
it's
go
in the
there.
UAE, and it's
Okay.
I think it's relatively
UAE
safe
is
if you're
very
not being
rich,
stupid.
So I would go there,
Yeah.
and I would go to Singapore too,
Singapore.
because it's just rich people.
Yeah, I think the UAE is relatively safe for women if you're not being stupid. Like if you follow their
Yeah,
cultural norms.
yeah.
Unlike me in India.
Like people on that fucking 90 Day Fiance, like, why can't I show my titties? Like,
I can't make
Well,
that way in
You
public.
know what? So here's a travel story. Like, Devin and I went to India in 2018
No, earlier than that, I think.
2017.
Yeah.
And we started out in Mumbai, which is like halfway down India, if you're looking at a map. And it was super hot. We got there and I shit you not, it was like 40 degrees and it was humid. Like you would take a shower in your hostel that was air conditioned and you would walk outside and literally it was like someone threw a bucket of water on you. Like, and this is like, Devin's probably gonna laugh at this. Like, I've never really seen Devin sweat, like at all. And we're in India and she's just sweating buckets. And I was like, I didn't know that you could do that. But like, so obviously like I knew it was gonna be really hot. So I packed a bunch of shorts and I didn't really think about it. I don't wear shorts anyway. I'm quite modest in my short wearing. Usually like an 8-inch inseam or something like that. Just in case. So write that down.
For gifts.
Yeah.
Send shorts to the podcast at P.O. Box.
But Devin had obviously extensively read more than I had because she was wearing all of these long, like billowy, sort of like airflowy skirts so that she would be cool but covered.
And modest, yeah.
And I'm wearing shorts everywhere, but like my shoulders were covered up and my collar was up high. So I didn't even fucking think about it. And it took like 2 or 3 days in India, I think. By the time the third day had come, I was sick of people looking at me.
Yeah.
Looking at my legs. So I actually had to
Just legs.
Yeah, so I had to go like, no one ever said anything to me. But you could just feel people looking at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not a nice feeling. Mm-hmm. So I went and like, it sucks because like I'm plus sized and not a lot of people in India, not a lot of women actually wear like, I don't know, Western clothing that are plus size. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I had a tough time trying to find clothes that would fit me in the markets, but I did eventually, and I got like 3 pairs of pants that were like super billowy, and like it was fine. It was hot, but like,
my boss says whenever she has to go to India, because that's where a lot of her family is still, she has to get custom stuff made and stuff before she gets over so that she can be in something as soon as she gets off.
Yeah, like if you are too fat or too tall, you might be fucked to get clothes in like Southeast Asia in general. Because when I lived in China, I couldn't even find shoes that fit me in China because like the biggest shoe size that I could find was like a 7, and I was like, and they were like, oh, your feet are so big, and I'm like,
I need them to balance my tall body.
You couldn't get like men's shoes?
No, like it just like didn't matter. Yeah,
or online.
Huh.
I don't even think I could do that.
No,
and I couldn't find. I don't know if I was that savvy. If I really needed clothes or something, I would go to Hong Kong because it was just across the border from Shenzhen. But like everything in Hong Kong was expensive because Hong Kong was a British colony for so long that it was very. Basically, Hong Kong, I think, is what you think Singapore is like. Yeah. Like everybody's fucking rich, even though not everybody is rich. But everybody looks like business, like nice clothes. So I went to Hong Kong and there was like a Marks and Spencer's like near central Hong Kong, and I would get some clothes. But
Marks and Spencer.
But shit.
We should talk about our travels in Canada since we are a Canadian podcast, and it's one of the only things I have to contribute.
Where have you been in Canada, Jen Murray?
Very few places. So, Sophie, where have you been?
You've been to Newfoundland.
Yeah, I've been to Newfoundland, and we had a stopover in Halifax.
Very exciting.
I don't know, Quebec. We've been to Quebec skiing.
Oh, right, yeah. We went to
to
Quebec for our grade 8 trip.
I think we went to Montreal. And then a bunch of the girls were stealing things from the boutiques, and they were like, I got away with this. And I'm
trendy.
like, holy fuck.
I just bought the things I wanted.
But yeah, to Newfoundland, I've got family there, and I've been there a couple times, 2 times, and both times was pretty great. I was pretty drunk, like basically the whole time I was there. And did you guys know there's a whole street in St. John's that they close after 7 p.m. so because it's like all bars and like restaurants, like pub restaurants, so that you can just walk around the street.
They stole that from Ireland.
Yeah, probably.
It's called
the Witching Hour.
Oh fuck! No, what is it called?
This is like George Street or something.
No, in Dublin. Oh my god, Temple Bar is what it's called. The area is called Temple Bar. and it's just closed. It's just pedestrian traffic.
Yeah.
And it's just pubs.
Well, this is just after 7 p.m. Like, you can do...
I know. I think that there are allowed cars there during the day. Because obviously they have to drop off.
The way you said it was, you're like, they didn't see how this was just after 7 p.m.
Yeah.
No, well, from what it sounds like, you're saying that, like...
No, I can't remember. I don't think it is all day.
Oh.
But I know that at night, it's literally like Aberdeen Street on homecoming weekend. Like,
Right.
it's tight. There's a lot of people down
Yeah,
there.
I guess it's like that, too. And they're, like, strip clubs and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I never went there.
Sure.
But,
And I saw a Jon Snow lookalike when I was in Ireland in Temple Bar, and he was advertising strippers, I think. He had, like, you know how the people were signs? Like, the big boards?
Yeah.
I have a picture. I'll show you after the podcast. But I was like, that guy, that looks like fucking Kit Harington. And he was short and everything. Like, he was like
Nice.
5'6". I was like, that's him. That's the guy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Newfoundland's pretty fun. Yeah.
Would
Went
you
for a
recommend
wedding the second time. Sorry?
Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it, but I'd recommend staying in St. John's because, like,
Special things.
well, it was fun to go out. So my family's from like Colonette, and it's like a little like wharf town or like a little village.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, and like you could straight up like fish out like your back door, pretty much. And my stepdad has a cottage up there, which is really cool. Which, funny story, I found a severed hand on the beach there, or what I thought was a severed hand, because it was mostly bone with a little bit of flesh on it, but it had like 5 fingers and like arm bones, and it turned out to be a fin from like a sea mammal.
Okay.
But it looked like a hand,
human
like it was
hand.
just like, and we called the RCMP and they came to investigate and everything, because it was like, holy shit, and they also thought it was a hand until they got it like tested or whatever, but they came and like asked me a bunch of questions, like
you were the murderer?
like I was the murderer, like how did you find this? What brings you here?
Where were you last
How
night?
long have I really known about it? Like,
oh shit! How old are you?
Like 17.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And then they said, well, you know, like ships, like fishing ships will have gone missing like that year, like sunk, right? And it could be like a fisherman, right, kind of thing.
Yeah, there's lots of dead bodies in the ocean.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, because they were saying this might account for one specific one that was around there or something. But then it turned out to be like a fin. So.
When I was in Cambodia, I walked into a club with a couple of friends.
Yeah.
I don't remember where we were. I think we were in Phnom Penh, but maybe not. We might have been in a more remote city because Phnom Penh's the capital. I don't remember. It was too long. It was like 10 years ago. But we walked in and it was clearly like a bar for people that want to have sex with little children.
Oh God.
And shit. And I was like, It was like me, Grandpa Simpson, like walking into the burlesque house and like taking off his hat and then turning around and leaving. I was like, I was like, that was fucked. That was fucked up. Fucked up. And like, if you're in like Thailand or like a lot of those places, like in the bar areas, there will be little children out like trying to sell you things and like trying to get money from you.
Yeah.
And like, that's shitty.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah.
A bummer, for sure.
And it was like that in India too. The kids like, it sucks because like, we were told like don't give them money because they're not keeping the money. They're going to whoever's like told them to go.
Yeah.
Like beg for money. You're supposed to just give them food because they're probably starving.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever go to India.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to go. Like, there was lots I wanted to see in India, but I probably wouldn't go back.
Just sounds like a lot of work.
I feel like it's not worth the things that I would want to see there.
A lot of countries are like that, though. Like, when you said work, like, it's not so much like that in Europe, like, because we're part of the Commonwealth. But, like, if you want to go somewhere, like, far, far away, a lot of the times, the visa process alone is a fucking headache.
Yeah.
Like, the visa process for China...
It's even worse now.
It's even worse than it was when I lived there, and like I hesitate to say if I'd even be able to fill it out. It might be more rare. You might have to get medical testing before you go.
Yeah.
Like, which is wild. I had to get that because I had a residence permit there. Like, they gave me a TB test, an X-ray. They made sure I wasn't pregnant, made sure I didn't have HIV, like, all that stuff. But
yeah.
if you're just visiting, I don't know if they would want that information. But they really don't want foreigners in their country. Like, they don't. So,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they really need the tourism dollars, do they?
No. No, and it's funny, like, something happened when I lived in China. Like, some foreigner, some American had raped some Chinese girl up in Beijing.
Oh.
And I'm not saying that this is probably, I just think that this is probably why this happened, because it's too big of a coincidence. But that week, the, like, Bawans, like, the security people, came around knocking at my door, asking to see my residence permit.
Really?
And I was like, it's here. Like, the school that I work for is literally right across the street. Like, whatever. And I don't speak Mandarin well enough to discuss this sort of thing with you. Like, you know, whatever. But, yeah, they were like, oh, okay. Like, everything looks... I mean, I assume that's what she said. Everything looks legit. And then she, like, left. And then she asked me about my other neighbors because they weren't answering their door.
Yeah.
But she was only knocking on our doors. The 3 doors that were all, you know, down the hallway.
Yeah.
And we were all, like, 2 of them were American, and I was Canadian. So, didn't see them fucking knocking on any other doors. So
We don't want Shere Khan around here.
Well, it's just because there was an incident, right? So.
Well, that's
Just making sure you're
that's
close.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess besides Newfoundland, I just go back on our ski trips, right?
Yeah.
But in Ontario, Hamilton.
Hamilton! Damn. Coburg,
Yeah,
the Big Apple.
I just spent some time in Hamilton for surgery and stuff.
It doesn't count.
That place, I'm sorry, Hamilton, but you smell like a poop. Everywhere you go in Hamilton smells like poo.
Hank and I had to go to Hamilton like 5 years ago to pick up a ship model, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
It has to be that metal factory or something. It sometimes smells like poo. Though everywhere you go, you get out of your car, it smells like poo.
Yeah.
So, if you guys went on vacation, what would your ideal vacation be? Would it be a vacation where you're just like lounging around doing absolutely nothing?
No.
Or would it be a vacation where you're just like doing things every day?
Like
and,
exploring.
Like, seeing things,
Exploring.
I like exploring, but I don't necessarily know if I want to be on a set schedule.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, cause what? Like,
Sometimes you have to be. Most times you have to be.
Yeah, but like if it's like
unless you're staying in the same city the whole time.
Yeah.
Then you kind of have to be. But if you're staying in the same city, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I might not want to be like. I don't know, because like there's part of me who's like, if I want to go somewhere to like that city, I'll probably stay in that city. But then it's like, well, there are things outside of the city that I'd want to see. But I think if I was to travel to one place, I wouldn't go far.
Yeah, so like Ben and I went to see Devon in Scotland, and like Edinburgh was our like home base.
Yeah.
Air quotations here for
Right.
the audience. And we would like take little day trips to the north and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
well, yeah, stuff like that is fine, but I wouldn't want to be like, okay, at 6 o'clock we have to be.
no, that's not what I mean.
That's what I mean. It's like that. I don't want to do that.
No, I don't. Even I don't travel like that.
Yeah. Like I want to be able to like experience stuff more than just like, okay, we've had our scheduled time to see that. Now let's move on. You know what I mean?
Even like when Tara and I went to the Netherlands, like
Somebody's
we spent like 5 days, I think, in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And then, but it was like the night before every morning. That sounds weird. The night before, we'd say, okay, well, what do you want to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, oh, tomorrow we're gonna go to
have donuts.
Donuts every day. They were so good. No, I don't even remember the places that we went outside of Amsterdam. They weren't that far away. The like public transit in the Netherlands is extremely like advanced. Like it's way better than any country I've ever been in. Like buses go from like city to city.
Right.
Like public buses.
Yeah.
So we would just hop on a bus to a city nearby and go explore it. Cause I found out where all the cool castles were, like around Amsterdam, and I was like, we need to go here to like see this castle. And it would only take like the beginning of the day. So we'd leave in the morning go to this town, go see the castle, do whatever, have lunch, and then come back.
Yeah.
Or when we went to Volendam, which is right by Amsterdam, it's on the sea.
Yeah.
And it's like a fishing community, so they had
Hell
like
yeah.
fresh fish.
Hell
You're walking
yeah.
along a boardwalk, and I'm not a huge fish fan. And Tara was like, no, we'll get this. We have to try it. And it was just like this fried fish in a little thingy, and you get these tiny little forks, and you can like eat it.
Hell yeah.
It was nice.
I'm about that life.
Yeah.
Fish with forks.
I would also love that for me. I would definitely go back to the Netherlands for sure. That's another one.
Your turn.
What was the question?
Would you want like a relaxed, like let's lay on the beach for fucking 2 weeks, or let's go exploring?
I don't want to go to places like that, like the Dominican Republic and Cuba.
Yeah, I feel like it's
lame. Sorry to people who do like those trips. I just want to be doing more stuff.
Yes,
And I do
yeah.
like to be scheduled.
Yeah.
Even when I
Straight down
did
the
go to
wire.
those places, like I had day trips to go
Yeah,
see stuff.
to like see some of the culture, not just the sandals hotel or whatever.
Sandals.
I mean, it
Feeling hot,
depends.
hot, hot.
So if you have somewhere that's your home base, you can do that. But if you're road tripping, like whenever we went to the East Coast, like we gotta be here.
That's what I mean.
by
Like
these
if you're
times, right?
moving, if you're like constantly moving, you have to be not a set schedule
Yeah,
the
no.
whole time, but maybe like in the morning there's a go time.
Yeah.
Like we gotta go.
No, I know that. We got passes. I meant the whole like we gotta be there for 6 o'clock. Like let's go kind of
Yeah.
thing. I don't like that. But like if it's like we're going to do this today, so we should get up around this time. That makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Devin and I, when we were in Iceland, I think we got up around the same time every day. But
Yeah.
some days we got up later than other days because we could get away with it. Like the next destination was only like an hour and a half away,
Yeah.
so you didn't need to get up at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because you're all fucked up because of the time change. So you do sleep in. Or I don't sleep in Canada, but when you're all time change fuckity fucked,
Yeah.
it's easy to sleep in.
Yeah. Even going to Newfoundland, my fucking time change was weird, and it's only like what, like an hour and a half
Hour and a
difference.
half.
Yeah, but that's such a weird time increment.
It is.
It's
Right?
an hour and a half,
They don't
not
need
an
that.
hour.
Get rid of. Oh no, daylight savings time, not time change. We need that.
Get rid of the time change.
Yes, every day it's the same
It's the
for
same
everyone.
time.
Worldwide. So China.
Shit, what was I gonna say? We didn't talk about when we went to Bolt Castle.
Oh
No.
yeah, and Travis fucking hated it.
I liked it up until a certain point, and I'm like, okay, I've seen a bunch of old shit in a room.
Okay, but at the same time, you want to go traveling, like
That's
That's
what a lot of it is.
that's what most of it
Especially
is.
when you go to the UK. It's
I just feel like I wasn't prepared to see that much old shit.
What do you want to see
And
more?
also, I feel like it didn't matter as much to me at Bold Castle as it would a place like in Scotland or something.
well, it's
Like,
not
I
a
feel
real
like
castle, first of all.
Exactly.
Singer Castle was a real castle.
So we
Not
didn't
really.
know that it was Singer sewing machine. She's like,
I
why?
figured it out
Oh
halfway
yeah, there's a
through.
sewing machine in the castle.
She's like, that's weird. Why do they have that?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, like if you're like going, especially you want to go to the UK. I assume you want to go to your ancestral home. You're gonna see a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
And it's not
I'm
gonna be,
excited
and
for
it's
that.
All gonna be
And it's
exciting.
not only gonna be like stately manors that still have all the fucking decorum. It's gonna be abandoned castles
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I'm excited for that. I like where we
You
went.
say that
Singer-
now, but I don't think you're ready for Jen Marie level castle. Fucking.
I think you would
You
be-
just asked Morgan, because she was like, "What castle are we going to see today, Jen?"
No,
There's
I
always
am more
castle.
excited for that. And plus, my ancestral castle is like a B&B right now, so
Oh, nice. Where?
it's the Frasers of Lovat.
People like, where in Scotland is that?
I don't remember
Oh
shit.
my god, shit.
Said a lot. Whatever you said.
Yeah.
I feel like you would appreciate landscapes more.
Yeah,
Like
that too.
natural.
See the whole
Landmarks.
it's literally because it's down the road. That's
Yeah,
why I didn't give a
yeah,
shit about
fair
it.
enough.
It's because it's right there.
But what if we went to,
and
so
it
like,
doesn't count to
I
me.
want to explore like ghost towns in Ontario.
Hell yeah.
That's
Down for
literally
that.
right in our backyard though. Like, isn't it the same?
It's a different vibe.
Like,
I want to go to the Bruce Peninsula.
I gotta have
we can do that too.
I gotta
That's
have
the
good
summer.
vibes,
Promise
Jen.
me.
It's all about vibes. Okay?
Promise me we'll see
Yes.
the weekend. Okay.
The weekend.
Yeah, an Airbnb. It takes like 6 hours to get there, so we have to at least stay the night.
Maybe.
Oh, doggos.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just saying, it's got to be a good vibe. Singer Castle,
What?
not a very good vibe.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
It's not my vibe. It's not my mood, you know?
You say that now, but I just have a feeling that if you got to like somewhere
No.
in Europe, or especially the UK is the best example,
Bad.
because there are so many castles, both still homes and or B&Bs or their ruins, that you're gonna after like the first 4 castles, you're gonna be like,
Yeah, I don't need to see
don't
that many.
care.
I want to see that.
Well then,
Hogwarts
then
castle.
why don't we just do a few castles?
I don't know where they filmed the first one.
I've been to one of them. That's high.
One is
or,
Queen's campus over there. I'd like to go there.
Yeah. Oh crap. Crap. Devin, what is it? Annick Castle. It's in Northumbria.
Oh,
Northumberland.
castle?
We're not Northumbria anymore. It's not Viking times.
So why don't, instead of going to every castle, we just go to a few castles?
No!
No, motherfucker! We're going to all of them!
If you drive by a castle, why are you not gonna stop?
Where's Stonehenge? That's in
That's
Scotland.
no, it's in England.
I want to go there.
It's like 4 hours from.
Can
You're not allowed
How
to go
close?
up to it.
How close can you get to it?
Pretty close. You can't touch it.
You used to be able
Why
to
have
go
I?
up to
Oh,
it,
because
but
like I
people have
swear I've
ruined
seen
it.
people like in photos like.
You
in the
can get
middle.
like 10 feet away. 20
Oh, that's
feet.
pretty good. Like. Good
I took a
one.
selfie in front of Stonehenge.
Yeah.
I was like,
10 feet. That's fine. I could do it.
yeah. Yeah. No, it's like 4 hours from London. We did a really cool trip actually. It was Devin, Ben, and I, and we took a bus and it went to Bath, like historic Bath, and then it went to Windsor Castle, and that's where the Queen lives. Or it's like the Queen's Castle, Windsor Castle. And then Bath, and then Stonehenge, and then back to London.
Oh,
That was a good
perfect.
trip.
Hopefully that still exists.
Oh, I'm sure
That's
that
what I
it
wanna
does.
do.
I'm so excited.
And the Harry Potter castle.
Which one?
Or sorry, I mean the Harry Potter museum.
Oh.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I regret though? Travel regret is not going to the Titanic Museum in Belfast.
Oh, that'd be cool. We have to go there.
Yeah.
Meh, it sank. So.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I know, but
Well, you just go to the bottom of the Atlantic.
what's the point of even fixing this? It's just gonna sink anyway.
scary man-made objects underwater. I've got a few travel regrets, which just means I'm gonna have to go back to these places if I'm ever allowed to leave the fucking country.
Right. As soon as things are better,
I've been putting money away for a trip.
I
so-
feel like our first trip, I want to go to Newfoundland, probably to see your mom,
Yeah,
give her a visit, and I've never been there. And
Can I
then
come?
maybe.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know
if
if
you'd
you
like.
want. We're not gonna stay with his mom, so we're probably gonna stay like in a
Well,
hotel
we should get like
or an Airbnb.
an Airbnb because they're like cheap there.
Yeah, they're
Super cheap.
fucking cheap.
Yeah.
So that'd be trip number 1, and then trip number 2 is probably the UK.
Yeah.
I would go back to the UK. Devin and I were supposed to go to Jordan, and then
Got fucked.
then we got fucked by COVID. How do we feel about a vaccine card on your passport?
I'm
So-
down. Like I don't give a
Right?
shit.
No
Like,
shit.
why
Who
not?
cares?
Like-
If I can move freely throughout this world, and that's all I
Literally-
need to do it.
Literally, to go to half of these countries that I fucking listed off that I have been to, you have to have certain vaccines.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Like,
Yeah. Don't care. Me, not anti-vaxxer. Me, don't give a shit about vaccines.
I literally can't imagine having gone to India without having A, my twin Rex, which is the hepatitis, and B, typhoid, and C, cholera. Like, I had to take like a cholera medication before it was like a powder. I just like, Devin and I were in Udaipur, I think, and we were staying in a hostel, and this girl was literally like dying in our hostel room. And she was like, oh, I've had such a horrible go of it, like, I had to get into a tuk-tuk basically to go see a doctor in the middle of the night because I was like shitting my brains out. I couldn't stop and like
Nice.
puking. And I was like, cool.
go.
That's how I want to live my
Cool,
life.
cool. And the worst part, I went to the travel clinic before I left Canada and they gave me a bunch of azithromycin just in case. And I was like, man, I could help you right now. But
But
I'm,
that's
but,
not-
help me.
but I'm only 2 days into my trip.
She should have gone and got that. Too.
Yeah, and
What
I
you
was
doing?
like, no, it's for me. And then I never ended up using it.
That's fine. I mean,
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You paid to be there, so did she.
Yeah.
Take the steps.
Like
man.
if you literally like go into the travel clinic on Portsmouth Avenue and you're like, I'm going to wherever, they'll be like, these are the vaccines you need, and this is a medication you should take with you.
Yeah.
Which is what I did. I was like, yep, okay, give it to me. You gotta pay for it, but whatever.
We should also go to Niagara Falls this summer. I haven't been
Why?
in so long. Well, my thought is that we're not going to be able to really travel for a while,
No,
so we'll do
probably
these
not.
little pseudo trips. So long as that thing is gone, where you know what they're saying right now is that you have to quarantine for 2 weeks if you come back from like a region that's not KFLA or Hastings.
Is that real?
The other one. That's what I
thought
saw.
it was, like,
and I saw it in the university, like a sign, like when I was going to the gym, like if you have got out of the region in the last 2 weeks, like you need to not be here.
I went out of the region.
You only went to Cornwall though. I
Yeah,
think
but
that might be.
they're Eastern Ontario, and I think they're in a red.
Oh,
They
no.
were red.
But you were purchasing
Murray.
I
It's
didn't
okay.
actually go to anybody. I didn't actually go to the dealership. I just went to Tara and Brendan's house.
That's better then.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't stop me, so.
But
But you know what? I heard people talking. They're like, "Yeah, I just went to Toronto for reading week for a couple of days, and I came back, and they're in the gym. Like reading week was last week, and
Yeah.
I'm like, get out!
Yeah, like I literally Tara and Brendan live like north of Cornwall in the country. And I went to their house.
let's do Am I the Asshole?
We gotta wrap it up, folks.
Mm.
Jen's got her mouth full of dicks.
Wow.
Or just
I'm just
tea.
kidding, everyone.
So-
it's just tea.
Sophie came in swinging today. It's because I was sassing her on the weekend.
Were you? Oh, about the groceries.
Yeah.
I used to have a little bit of morning snack because I can't because my fridge is full because I go grocery shopping every week like a normal
Yeah.
person.
And not all of us can just go grocery
You can't
shopping
just
every
pick
day.
up.
You
I go grocery
literally
shopping.
live in town.
Yeah, but
It's hard.
video games.
Wawa's is 2 minutes away.
We don't shop at Lala.
Neither do I.
Go to Walmart
I go to No
Costco.
Frills.
and Costco.
We
Anyway,
just renewed our membership.
Mhm.
Solid for another year, bruh.
do they have kayaks there yet?
No,
No,
I was
we're starting to
looking
get
for
summer
one.
stuff though.
Okay,
I
good.
was thinking I'm gonna get one.
Joe wants one, so we're kind of like keeping an eye out for it.
Same.
Okay. Am I the asshole for rescinding my offer to bake cakes for my friend's wedding and potentially ruining their relationship?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
No.
Stay tuned.
So Cassie has always loved my cakes and asked me to make 8 for her wedding late last year.
Why not just one?
I don't know. We agreed they'd be 1-tier cakes to be used as table centerpieces. I loved the idea. Okay, maybe. I'm kind of on board with that. Every table gets a cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I like cake. We agreed that they'd be decorated a particular way that wasn't too elaborate. I was happy, blah, blah, blah. Early January, she decided she wanted 3-tier cakes instead and wanted them decorated much more intricately. The intricacy wanted is nowhere near my ability. I don't really have the free time to learn how to do it either. I have a lot on my plate in my day-to-day life, and I knew even doing the 1-tier cakes would be a little tricky, but absolutely manageable. I politely said I couldn't do that and tried to offer a compromise. I offered to find a way to do 3-tier cakes, but more simplistic than she'd liked. I also offered to get her in contact with a skilled friend of mine who I knew could do what she wanted. She'd have to pay, but the price would have been extremely good, and they were beautiful cakes. Worth every penny. She got very angry at this compromise effort. She called me selfish and told me I was sabotaging her big day. Then demanded I do it for her while getting a few of her friends to send me rude and disheartening messages. This was heartbreaking for me, but I told her I could no longer do the cakes and she got angrier. We haven't talked since that. This person has really bad writing. We haven't talked since yesterday. I received a message yesterday acting like nothing happened, asking me to do the cakes again because I owed her. She said I'd be a useless friend if I didn't.
Jesus.
Wow. I declined and she chewed me out again, saying things that were unnecessary, and I'd rather not repeat. I'd had enough. This was already been stressful for me and I hated being dragged into it. I messaged her fiance, Adam, sending him some screenshots, asking if he'd please make her stop lashing out. She was hurting, but I didn't deserve the things that she was saying to me. I didn't get a reply until today, where he apologized profusely. He told me she'd done this to another friend before me, and this was the straw that broke the camel's back for him, and he was going to call off the wedding until they'd been to counseling together. I thanked him for being understanding, but a few hours later, Cassie and her friends started harassing and threatening me. My boyfriend is urging me to cut Cassie out, but I can't help feeling like an asshole. If I made time to learn, this whole situation wouldn't be happening. So does that make me the asshole? Obviously not.
No.
Sorry, I
That's silly.
missed some details because I just spaced out. Was she paying her anything for these cakes?
Yeah.
Okay, probably not that much, like a good discount.
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter
Well, no,
because
I'm just wondering. And then what was different? So she said
You really weren't listening. Okay.
She wanted 3-tier cakes instead. What was
So
the compromise she came up with?
She wanted 3-tier cakes that were really complicated, but she
Okay.
said, I can do 3-tier, but I can't make them as complicated as you want.
because it's like
Because I literally don't know how to do that.
Oh yeah. Got it. Yeah, you're the ass. Or no,
No,
the
you're
other
not the
person's the ass.
So
I think because it was about
Sophie
cakes,
just
I like,
wasn't
didn't
here.
care.
No, not the asshole. And at the same time, like, you know you're not the asshole, so why are you even posting this?
You're stupid.
I don't know, but she has like 15,000 upvotes. Like it's gotten a lot of traction.
I mean, it's, I guess, for fun, right?
It's
You're
funny
not
that
it's for
they're
the fun of
gonna
it,
break
but-
up and not have the wedding.
Over,
Love
well,
it. Love it. Well,
over
no,
time,
it's
so-
reflective of a bad personality, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Like when we get married and you yell at Jen, do you expect her to not come to the wedding?
Jen's not making the
When
cakes.
you're yelling at
Yeah,
her?
why am I making the cakes? No.
Because
You don't want me to make the cakes.
Jen, we got something to ask you after the podcast, but
You're gonna make the cakes.
you make the cake, so you can't come, or
Oh,
you're
okay.
you're a useless friend.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
Cool. cool. But yeah, like, honestly, if you're really that hung up on your fucking wedding, honestly, like, if you're gonna cause shit like that, you shouldn't be getting married.
No.
I think.
Yes.
There's a lot of unwritten rules in the Jen Murray Book of Rules, but the one other unwritten rule is that if you're gonna make your wedding that big of a fucking deal, you're not in it for the love.
No.
You're in it for the
You're ready
spectacle
for the party.
or the pomp and circumstance of it
The
all.
pomp and circumstances of it all.
And you're gonna waste a buttload of money, and then you're gonna get divorced.
La, la,
Which
la,
one
la.
else is
Yeah,
it?
just have a wedding like me and Sophie, if
Yeah.
you ever get married.
Yeah,
for fuck's
come
sake.
on, guys.
Oh.
What was that? Oh!
Okay, I think that's it. We're at an hour too.
It's enough.
So, thanks for listening, and catch us next time when we talk about.
Something else.
Okay, bye.
Bye.